As you guys may know, I put all of my financial models on my GitHub. So you're welcome to do what I'm about to do, which is I go to the GitHub, and you can either clone the repo if you haven't cloned it, but if you've cloned it, you do git pull to pull all the updates. I actually put a bunch of stuff on cassava in there. Yeah, let's rise and grind and get this bread. You know what? I have to look at hymns. Hymns I've not looked at ever. I'm kind of curious about it, and a lot of people have asked me to look at it. So it's Һms and Hers Health. I have to look at it without bias or malice. That may be difficult. I guess Һms is healthcare IT. What do you guys think? Is that fair? Yeah, market's down a lot. Biotech is high beta, you know, so stocks like Sava are down a lot because of beta, you know, so it's not surprising that something like Iovant is also down because of high beta. I invest for the long run. Ups and downs, day to day don't really bother me. Lau's right, biotech's been just beat up for a long time. I think it's, you know, well, the nice thing about biotech is it's very idiosyncratic. Every company is different. So a company can win big while the whole sector loses. All right, so Һms is no debt. So let's look at Һms. Һms has a lot of revenue, a lot of growth. We're gonna have to look into the GLP-1 phenomenon, right? That's supposed to be, I don't know anything about the stock, but that's, I think, supposed to be some of their growth, right? I can't believe Excel on Mac. I never thought I'd see the day where I'd be plugging and chugging on a Mac. Your CFO is using Excel on a Mac. Man, we ain't gonna make it. It's a superior OS. Man, pay homage to Bill Gates. Pay that man his money. King Gates. I know some of you in the chat don't respect Bill Gates, but you will be Bill Gates respecters by the time I'm done with you. Respect to God. Yeah, Tarsus is high beta. Right now it's very high alpha. That's what alpha's, that's the definition of alpha. No, you better pay Bill Gates more. He's the best capitalist of all time. What? Who said Google Sheets? It's too early for jokes, bro. Do the comedy routine on Saturday, bro. Come on. The man said Google Sheets. Honestly, like, it could be a good product. You just have a big installed base in Excel that's kind of hard to defeat. A web-based spreadsheet is also a little tough because you have to really override a lot of the keyboard problems. Numbers, oh no. Honestly, if you're doing simple spreadsheets, I don't see why Google Sheets would be a problem. I just like my files in a folder. Version control and all that stuff is all about. I mean, you make it backwards compatible. Massive growth. I don't know if their business model, they got a little cash flow. All right, that's 6-month cash flow for Һms, by the way. And there's a little CapEx there too. Free cash flow for Һms, annualized, I suppose, would be around 20 times earnings, 20 times EV to free cash flow. All right, so Һms subscribers are going up quite a bit. Llama 3 is good. I don't think the tech layoffs are a serious thing. We just had over-hiring, I think, in 𝗏 time. GPT-4, the new GPT-4 will probably be out in a month, and it's just extremely smart. Һms doesn't make any drugs. They retail drugs. They're a pharmacy. Compounded semaglutide. You gotta be kidding me, right? Are they really compounding GLP-1? Are they crazy? Are they loco? So they sell Ozempic and they sell the same active ingredients, dog. Not approved by the FDA. Right. Yo, they are violent. They're really selling compounded GLP-1? It's kind of stupid, dog. First of all, they're not allowed to do this. What shortage? GLP-1 shortage. There's no shortage. The question is, how big is this business for them? But usually companies with illegal business models don't do well. Ask Marlo Stanfield. You met his board of directors earlier. Price of the brick going up. Oh, okay, 5% of their business is GLP-1? No, that's not too bad. Yeah, we sell the product I'm using right now. And yeah, my colleagues are hard at work all around me. These guys are goons, straight goblin. These men are programming left-hand Python, right-hand Java. You hear it? You hear the code? Every day these guys order the most obscure, weird food. They're like, do you want Afghani 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏? I'm like, no, I want a burger. I just want a burger. They're like, how would you like some German sweetbread kebab? It's like German brain, like sheep brain. I'm like, no, just want some fries, man. It's all right though, you know. I eat too much anyway. Is Indian food allowed in the office? We never eat Indian here, actually. I don't like Indian food. But yeah, I never hear these guys getting naan or tiki marsala. I'm sure they'll do it tomorrow now that you guys mentioned it. Just trying to have a good hamburger, man. What's wrong with the hamburger? Some fries, maybe a Coke or a shake to water it down, or maybe some pizza, or a Subway sandwich or something. A hero, good Italian meatball hero. What is it with all this weird food? I feel like I'm from a different era. Look, I like the 𝗥𝗏𝗏 dude, but I don't think he really knows anything about biopharma. I'm not gonna get anything out of talking to him. He's like a rookie analyst, maybe. Not even, like, I wouldn't hire it based on his feedback. Like, I would, like, if he was interviewing to be an analyst for me, I wouldn't hire him. Now, I understand he's a successful guy. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is understanding of biopharma. I would expect somebody working for me would understand that open label data is very, very, very very not valuable. I don't know why he would put so much money into something he didn't know. Like, it's not my problem. Hey, HIMSS is growing like crazy. Why is HIMSS growing? Wow, HIMSS really growing. Unbelievable. Now, that compounding thing's a little risky. Big Baron starting NYU, good for him, man. I don't know if HIMSS is overpriced or not. Margins are also kind of crazy, honestly, for what they do. Their product's probably super expensive relative to where customers could probably get them otherwise, which is why their marketing expense is so high. Everything's marketing for them. I wonder what happens if they pare back that marketing, customers go elsewhere. Yeah, no, the process of fundamental analysis does a lot other than just investing. You learn your industry really well when you learn the techniques that I'm showing you. This chick kind of bad. The right way to forecast something like HIMSS is not through revenue growth. It's basically like, how many subs do you think they can get? Like, look at comparable companies. Like, how many subs does Uber have? Could they be the Uber of healthcare? Something like that. They don't have a small number of subs, so I don't know how much more growth they can get. You know, let's see if they can get, how much are they growing? 100 million, 150 million subs every quarter they're adding. Like, almost exactly. So let's say they end Q4 with 2 million subs, and if they keep growing like that, it's about 500,000 new subs, right? Every year. I think that would have to reach a plateau pretty quickly, unless people want to get their medicine in general through HIMSS. I don't know. But let's argue that's kind of what happens. Then you have the order value, right? Or maybe I'll do a new metric like ARPU, average revenue per user, because there are more users do more than one order. It's like $160 they're getting out of each user every quarter. And that doesn't appear to be really growing much, but maybe it'll grow. Well, that's per. It may not increase forever because their prices are kind of high. There'll be an online pharmacy. I don't know, Teddy. I'm not sure you're wrong. I'm not sure you're right there. They can kind of more or less be an online pharmacy. I mean, I have to look at that other company, Ro, and kind of see what ended up happening to them. I have a friend on Wall Street who follows these stocks. I might hit them up as well. Like, so let's say margins kind of drop a little bit. I'm dropping maybe too much there. Let me slow that down. Okay. Yeah, no, you can't do interstate compounding, I would agree. Yeah, it's a huge concern because they spend so much money marketing. Yeah, Cuban has something like this. Yeah, that's right. Just kidding. We're all brain rot skibbities. That's true. For real. No cap. Rest in peace, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. There's a guy here who is such a big 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 fan, he had to take a day off today to commemorate the death of his hero. It's a really intriguing business. I just don't know. I don't know the pharmacy business that much, and the online pharmacy business is pretty new. So I'm like a little confused. It does look attractive. I mean, look at EBITDA, right? Just the adjusted EBITDA, just kind of a fake metric, obviously, but still 25 times EV to EBITDA for this monster grower. I think it's probably part of a bigger trend that we're going to go to the pharmacy less. I mean, we've done everything less online, in person and more online, right? So why would we go? Have you ever been to the pharmacy lately? Lines are terrible. Maybe it'll keep growing. You know, for some stocks, here's another thing to think about, chat. For stocks that you're not comfortable with or you're confused about, you know what the great thing about those stocks is? You don't have to make a pick. You can ignore them. You know, you could basically say, I don't know. It might keep growing. It might not. Who cares? Right? You don't have to sit there and be the hero that figures it out. That's what Warren Buffett kind of taught the world. Like, I'm not sure what's going to happen, to be honest. I know what might have happened if it was a pharma stock, but I'm not sure what's going to happen. And it's okay to admit that. This isn't a contest, you know? Find a stock where you don't know, where you do know what's going to happen. I could see this keep growing at 50%. I could see it, maybe not. But on balance, at first blush, it looks fairly attractive. But I just don't know the details. The details are really important. Investing is not about broad strokes. It's, you know, details are really important. And I have a friend who's an expert in these stocks. I'll certainly ask him, but you still have to make up your own mind. So what's the game plan for HIMSS? Okay. A couple of simple game plans here. Try the product. Research Ro and other similar companies. Talk to they, them. My friend's sitting there right now like, I know you're not calling me they, them. Oh, okay. One of the guys in the office likes it.